Hello again, thank you very much for joining us. We're going to do two more figures from the ciganycsardas, from the gypsy csardas. And we're actually going to bring in something that we did from the csardas as well, which is the coming together step, the ciganycsardas step, which we've done before, this step. So I'll often say, and this happens often as well, maybe more so for stage dancing, but it's a good way to tell the girl, to let the girl know that something is coming. Instead of continuing around in a circle with the coming together step, I actually break, like breaking a car. Or instead of continuing going in a circle, I'll actually stop and kind of come back to the position where I was. So I'll show you, it'll happen on the third coming together. So we'll do 1, 2, break, and. Right? So it's actually very good because in 3 I can actually do a full circle for the video. But in reality, when you're dancing this improvised, you'll be dancing wherever. But it's good to do this break step so that the girl knows that maybe something's coming, right? And it will be an átvető step, which is moving the girl to the other side.
So 1, 2. This is just like in the regular csardas, and now is where it's going to change a little bit.
Yeah, right. And you could do this átvető step several times. 1, 2, 3. And for the guys, it's very simple. It's just right, left, right. Right, left, right. And then the other way, it's left, right, left.
So it's the same rhythm of feet, but it's always the foot that is closest to the guy when you're on his side.
Same thing for the girl.
That starts
the move.
Okay,
Right.
so if I'm on his right side, it'll be my left foot that steps first. It's the we call the inside foot. Okay.
And there's no hand here for the átvető, for this coming to the other side. It's all done by this hand in the back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I don't grip it with my thumb, really. I push her from the back of her arm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? We're only going to do one of these steps after the coming together, after the ciganycsardas. So just to set it up, this is how it'll look. So it'll be 3 coming together steps and 1 átvető, 1 going over to the side, and then we're gonna start. Then we'll show you the figure. So 1, 2, break, and 1, 2, 3. Right? So from here, I'll show the guys step very quickly. It's step, step, 1, 2, 3. So right, left, 1, 2, 3. Same thing on the other side. Left, right, 1, 2, 3, right? Not big steps. It's the girl that actually does a lot of the moving. And the girl is similarly, right?
So similarly, we'll start with the left foot, but this is because it's a ciganycsardas, is a little bit more bouncer energy. And so what we're going to do, instead of where we would normally come and just step out, smooth it out, this is what it's going to look like. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it's a what we call a cifra or a titita step, but it's where we kind of don't step on the right foot. We actually just kind of bounce it off the ground, but you have to keep it with the rhythm. So it's 1, 2, 3.
It's the same for the guys, by the way.
Okay. And this will continue. Usually they do this a few times to either side. So if we're going to the other direction, once we finish here, the right foot is up. 1, vitata. So it's left, right, left, and up, right, left, right, and up. Okay?
The emphasis isn't on the, same thing for the guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The emphasis isn't on that right foot, so it's not 1, 2, 3. So on the 1, there's very little emphasis on that 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it's actually, the emphasis is more on the 2, 2, 3. And you have to jump.
It's the same. It's exactly the same for the girls.
So
okay?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. But very important. Don't put emphasis on that right foot here. Right. Don't put emphasis. You just step on it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this is where the emphasis is on that foot. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. So we'll show straight from the átvető, straight from moving the girl to the other side. 1, then we'll do 2. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. So we'll do it with 3 coming together steps. We'll do the whole sequence. We'll do 4 átvető. We'll do 4 of them.
And the beginning with the girls, it's kind of a running step. So instead of where we would normally have the átvető, kind of just stepping out, here it actually is kind of a running step. So I actually run with it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I didn't make that clear the last time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
For the guys, you basically stay in place. You actually don't move around too much. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, break, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's how it looks. There isn't constant pressure on the girl, only when you move her to the side, to the other side. 1, 2, and then I let go. I kind of let go of the pressure. I don't keep holding her arm. It's basically over just a count of 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And I catch her over here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
But it's not a hard grip because
Not a
the
hard
girl there is a movement that has to be allowed. So you don't want to, grip the girl so tight she can't get that movement, that bouncing movement.
Let's show this to music. Exactly what we did here. 1, 2, 3, and. Anything you want to add?
The other thing that kind of differs a little, the basic figure for whether it's the kocintas or whatever, it's exactly the same as the csardas, but as you see, you can, the quality of it changes because the music changes. It's more upbeat. So you can make it, there is a little bit more, very tiny, don't exaggerate it. There is a tiny bit more of a bounce when we start doing the ciganycsardas. Because of the nature of the music, it lends itself to it as opposed to just
being flat,
smooth, which we do in the csardas generally. But as you can see the difference, I'm doing a little bit of a bounce, but just a little bit. Don't overdo it.
So there's a variation to this for the guys. There's no change for the girls, and you don't do it every time. Similar to the double stomp step. So we'll do an átvető, and then we'll do 2 regular, and then I'll put in the step. It's basically just a 1, 2, spread, close. Again, 1, 2, spread, close. Actually have the girl here, right? So it's going to look like this. It'll be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, hold, right? And then we continue. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? So you can do it on either side, but don't do it back to back. So you'll always have a 1, 2, 3 step in between. But for now, we're just going to do it on the right. After it'll be 1, 2, open, close, open, close. All right? So from the beginning with music. And it's a very simple step. 1, 2, open, close. And then when you go to the right, you have to step out with the left foot. Left, right. 1, 2, open, close. Right? So we'll do it from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Okay, and as I said, you could do it on the left as well. Just don't do it both sides at the same time, and don't do it for a very long time. So again, this is a bit of an added little thing. And then actually a very good segue from this step to a new step that you can do is a throw. So you throw from the right side. So if I'm going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or the throws can also happen from an átvető. right? The girl always has to be on the guy's right, okay? So this is how the step looks, and then we'll break it down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we continue with the coming together step. Okay, so I'll break it down for the guys, and then Adria will break it down for the girls. So the girls on the right, you're getting ready to throw. Right foot, left foot. And then my weight is all on the left foot, and I go on the right. Right, 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 right. 4 times. All right, so again, it's right, left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I do 4 steps backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the girl will be on my right, and I do a átvető step right away. I move her from the right to the left right away. Okay, so again, I throw the girl, right, break, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, átvető. All right, this is the step in its simplest form.
Okay, so with the girl, so the guy will be on our left side. We always get thrown in that direction. And it's just like an átvető in the beginning. So we go over 1, 2, 3. And from here, we start spinning. Spin will start with the right foot. So the emphasis will be on the right inside foot. The rida, sort of a rida rhythm. And we're going to spin about 7 times. It all depends on where the guy is and what he's doing. So we do have to, while we're spinning, and this is the challenge, pay attention to where our partner is. Okay, so after the átvető, we're going to spin. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th one is where we're trying to end up, where the guy is on our left side and we're moving in an outward direction away from the man. And then from there, the natural sequelae would be to do an átvető or even another throw, depending, okay?
So the girl spins pretty much in place.
Yeah, so
and
no,
the
don't
guy goes around the girl, right? You don't have to take huge steps. Actually, it's better if you take smaller steps. And you're going around the girl, and the girl is spinning, spinning, spinning. So when you start stepping backwards, you put your right arm kind of low-ish and your left hand high. And it's always on this side. It's always on the right shoulder side. You're never going to do this on going to the left. You're always going to do this going to the right. That's the signal to the girl.
And one of the things that's good to do in this particular figure for the girl, what I usually do is, you can do this. I have seen this done. I'm more comfortable having my arm slightly raised, the left arm, because that's what's going to move into the man's side. Because you never know, and especially if you're dancing with a partner where you're not sure, you want to be ready. So I always kind of hold the skirt with my right hand. I keep my left hand just nicely around waist level when I spin, like this. And remember, and as you see, I'm spinning in pretty much in one spot. I'm not moving. It's the guy that's moving around me. Okay? And then I'll be able to naturally just come in because my hand is already there. Ready and there. Okay?
Yep. And you grab the girl by her upper forearm over here. Okay? So we'll show the step.
And we'll count, each of us will count out the number just for practice sake. I mean, this is something that would be done improvised. Once you get used to your partner, you'll feel when he's ready for you, that this is obviously something that will come with practice. But for now, just so for the ease of learning, we're doing this, breaking this down into digestible steps. Okay?
Right? So we're going to do 3 coming together, 3 kocintas, átvető, move the girl to the other side, and then we throw her and we'll do the sequence. All right?
Do it slowly.
Let's do it slowly. And then we'll do it to music. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and átvető. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Átvető. 1. We'll do it again. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. of this is music dependent for the guy. As Adria said, the girl continues spinning until the guy
is ready for her.
Indicates that I'm ready for you. So oftentimes it's actually going to be 6 of these and not 4, but it depends on the music and it depends when you start the throw. So there's a lot of variables here. So we just broke it down. Maybe when we do it to the music, I might not do 4, I might do 6. So it depends on how it comes out. All right, let's try the music. One, two, three, and. Again. Okay, anything to add?
No, I think we're good here.
So one thing that you can add to this, you can make it a lot longer, boys, and you can add a clap to it. And it goes to the rhythm. So how does this work? Usually you'll leave the first 4 or 6, as I said, without clapping, and then you can add the clap. So I throw the girl, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
3.
And then you go. You don't do it ad nauseum. You can do it for quite a while. The clapping. I think that's the typical sequence. I think you did it 3 sets, and you can continue going without clap. Just continue going. The girl just continue spinning. It's a really good step for the guy. Not such a good step for the girl, and it's a bit of a joke too when you're dancing this. I don't know if it was in the village back in the day or even today, but now as hobby dancers, when we dance this dance, the girl's thinking to herself, how long is he going to make me do this for? And it's a bit of a play. It's a bit of a game. So you can clap, and then you don't clap for a while. And you just continue going, continue going, continue. You can even do this with your hand. Like, no, I want you to continue spinning.
And there's also a thing the guys will do where
you just basically play with the girl's dress.
Play with the, so as I'm spinning, as we're spinning, he'll as the skirt goes up, he'll actually do this
once,
but not all the time.
Not all the time, just once.
It's a playful gesture that's put in every now and again.
And the girl looks at you and says, hey, what are you doing? Right? So you just do it once. So we're just going to show, we're not going to break it down. We're just going to show how this longer sequence looks like. So that was a good example of how you can actually mix those 2 figures. And also we showed for the guy doing that variation on the other side. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much for joining us.